You downloaded another AI tool this morning, a writing assistant, or maybe a meeting summarizer, something that promised to save you hours every week. And now you have, what, 6, 8 different AI tools running? Maybe you've lost count. Most people have. Here's the thing nobody wants to admit. All these productivity tools, they might be making you less productive, and there's data to prove it. A massive new study just dropped. BCG surveyed thousands of workers, and they found something that should make every productivity enthusiast uncomfortable. Workers using 3 or fewer AI tools reported genuine productivity gains. Makes sense, right? But here's the twist. Workers using 4 or more AI tools, their productivity plummeted. More tools, less output, the exact opposite of what we've been promised. Today, we're looking at what the research actually says, why this happens, and most importantly, how to fix it before AI buries you. Let's set the scene. Every single day, every day, Product Hunt lists over 30 new AI tools. That's not a typo. 30, daily. 5 to 10 of those are developer-focused tools. The rest? Productivity apps, writing assistants, meeting summarizers, email optimizers, calendar managers. The list never ends. And we've been told, repeatedly, that more AI equals more productivity, that each new tool unlocks another efficiency, that the future belongs to the tool maximizers. Computing UK calls this phenomenon AI fatigue. They define it as a persistent overwhelm from constant confrontation with AI systems, and the pressure to use them productively. All of them, all the time. The permanent hype cycle is a central driver. New models, copilots, and agents appear in ever shorter cycles. Users feel pressure to keep up, often without any strategic prioritization. But let's look at the actual numbers, because the data tells a story that marketing departments don't want you to hear. Fortune reports that workers using AI are spending up to 346% more time on daily tasks. Not less time, more. 346% more. Let that sink in. AI tools marketed as time savers are actually tripling, more than tripling the time people spend on basic work tasks. Email time specifically? Up 104% for AI-assisted workers. They're spending double the time on email, not half. Double. Messaging apps, up 145%. Business management tools, up 94%. Every category they measured showed the same pattern. The BCG study found that high AI oversight, meaning heavy use and monitoring of AI tools, was associated with 12% greater mental fatigue among workers and 19% greater information overload, nearly a fifth more mental clutter, just from trying to use all these supposedly helpful tools. So what's actually happening here? Why would tools designed to reduce work intensify it? Harvard Business Review tackled this in February. The article was blunt. Quote, AI doesn't reduce work, it intensifies it. End quote. The mechanism is counterintuitive. AI makes certain tasks faster. True, but that speed creates its own problems. When you can write emails faster, you write more emails. When you can generate reports faster, you generate more reports. The bar rises. The expectations expand. You're not saving time. You're filling time. The efficiency gains get absorbed immediately by expanded scope, by higher output expectations, by more requests. Here's the kicker from the BCG research. 34% of workers reporting AI brain fry showed active intention to quit their jobs. 1 in 3. That's not a productivity problem. That's a retention crisis. Companies are losing their best people to the very tools meant to help them. Now, there's nuance here. I'm not saying AI tools are bad. That would be absurd. I use them daily. They're genuinely powerful. The problem isn't AI. The problem is accumulation. It's the stack. It's the pile of competing tools, each demanding attention, each requiring a learning curve. The BCG study was clear on the threshold. 3 tools or fewer, you see gains. 4 or more, you see losses. There's a cliff. Why 3? It's probably cognitive. Your working memory can only juggle so many systems, so many interfaces, so many different ways of prompting. Every new tool isn't just a tool. It's a new mental model, new prompting patterns, new interface quirks, new subscription to manage, new data privacy policy to consider. The context switching cost alone is brutal. Moving between Claude and ChatGPT and Gemini and Copilot, Notion AI and Grammarly, each shift costs you minutes. Mental energy. Focus. Computing UK researchers describe it this way. Users feel under pressure to keep up with new tools appearing in ever shorter cycles, without clear prioritization or strategic guardrails. So we've diagnosed the problem. Too many tools. Cognitive overload. Expanding expectations that absorb any efficiency gains. Now let's talk solutions. First step. This week, consider auditing your AI tool stack. Seriously. Open a document. List every AI tool you use, everyone, and how often you actually use it. You might be surprised. I did this myself last month. I had 11 AI tools with active subscriptions. 11. I was using maybe 4 regularly. The rest? Digital clutter. Here's a framework that might help. Call it the rule of 3. Pick one AI for writing, one for research, one for task automation. Maximum 3. That's your stack. The rule of 3 forces prioritization. It might help you identify which tools actually matter, and it creates a barrier to thoughtless accumulation. Before adding any new tool, you might want to require it to replace an existing one. Not supplement it. Replace it. If the new tool isn't better enough to justify switching, it isn't worth adding. Block your tool exploration time. Seriously. Consider scheduling a single 30-minute session per week for trying new AI tools. Outside that window, you might want to just use what you have. And here's the uncomfortable one. Track your actual time. Before AI. After AI. The data may surprise you. It surprised me. I ran this experiment on myself. 2 weeks of time tracking, every task. Before and after introducing each tool, the results were humbling. Some tools saved me hours, genuinely, but others, I was spending more time prompting and reviewing than the task originally took. Net negative. The Zapier analysis of 2026's best AI productivity tools makes an interesting point. The tools that work aren't necessarily the newest or most feature-rich. They're the ones that integrate seamlessly into existing workflows. Integration matters more than features. A tool that fits your existing process beats a powerful tool that requires rebuilding how you work. Think about the tool that already lives in your workflow. Your email client, your note-taking app, your calendar. Built-in AI features there often beat standalone tools that require switching contexts. One more thing you might want to consider. Defaults matter enormously. The AI features already in your current tools, they might be sufficient, and they don't add cognitive load. Let me give you my current stack. After the audit. After cutting ruthlessly, I'm down to 3 primary tools. Claude for writing and analysis. ChatGPT for quick research and conversational ideation. One automation tool connecting everything. That's it. Everything else got cut. Did I lose capabilities? Technically, yes. Am I more productive? Measurably. The reduction in context switching alone saved hours per week. And look. I get the fear of missing out. A new tool launches with impressive demos. Social media buzzes, your competitors might be using it. The pressure is real. But here's what helps me. Most of those tools will be forgotten in 6 months. The ones that matter will still exist. They'll be more refined. The early adopter tax isn't always worth paying. If this kind of analysis interests you, hit subscribe. We cover the reality of AI tools every week. What works, what doesn't, and what's actually worth your time. Now let's talk about the organizational angle, because this isn't just a personal productivity issue. Companies are grappling with AI tool sprawl too. The BCG study looked at organizational policies, teams with clear AI guidelines, which tools for which tasks showed significantly better outcomes than teams left to figure it out themselves. Strategic guardrails help. Saying, use whatever works for you sounds empowering, but it often leads to the exact sprawl that tanks productivity. If you manage a team, you might want to consider picking the stack, not mandating it heavy-handedly, but establishing defaults. This is our writing AI. This is our research AI. Make it easy to stay within limits. Harvard Business Review's March analysis suggests that AI oversight and training significantly reduces brain fry symptoms. The key word is oversight. Intentional, managed deployment, not a free-for-all. This parallels what happened with email, remember? Email was supposed to revolutionize communication, and it did. But without boundaries, it became a productivity black hole for many people. We learned slowly to batch email, to schedule email time, to set out-of-office boundaries. AI tools need similar intentional constraints. Batch your AI usage where possible. Instead of opening Claude for every small question throughout the day, consider collecting questions and doing one focus session. Set specific AI hours. Maybe 9 to 10 a.m. is your writing AI time. 2 to 3 p.m. is your research AI time. It might feel rigid at first, but it creates mental clarity. The paradox of AI productivity tools is that they require productivity discipline to work. Without intention, they consume more than they create. Think of it like a kitchen. More appliances don't automatically mean better meals. A cluttered counter makes cooking harder, not easier. The best chefs often use surprisingly few tools. Mastery of fewer tools beats surface-level use of many. Deep familiarity with one AI, understanding its quirks, its optimal prompts, its limitations, might be worth more than shallow access to 10. I've seen people get remarkable results from basic AI tools, not because the tools are special, but because they've learned exactly how to prompt them, exactly where they excel, exactly where they fail. The BCG data shows that workers who received proper AI training showed significantly lower fatigue scores. It's not about using fewer tools necessarily, it's about using them intentionally. With skill, so here's where we land. AI tool fatigue is real. The data is clear. More tools past a threshold actively hurt productivity. But the solution isn't to abandon AI. That would be throwing away genuine capability. The solution is curation, intentionality, constraints that enable rather than restrict. 3 tools used well will outperform 10 tools used poorly. The research is clear. The path forward isn't more AI, it's better AI discipline. So this week, audit your stack, cut ruthlessly, pick your 3, and watch what happens when your tools start serving you again, instead of the other way around.